Hello, it's your chiropractor, Dr. Sims with Sims Chiropractic Center here in Hyattsville, Maryland. I want to talk to you today about 3 common sleeping positions that most folks have challenges with. So if you're having problems with sleeping and you're trying to figure out which side is the correct side to sleep on, whether it's your stomach, whether it's your back, whether it's your side, I want to give you the answers and give you some information I think will make your life a lot more comfortable and a lot more helpful to you. Cat, come in. Cat's our assistant here, and I want to kind of show you the proper position. So I get a lot of patients who come in, and one of the chief things they say is, Doc, when I sleep on my stomach, it gives me problems. When I sleep on my stomach, why is that I can't lay on my stomach? I want to go over some things. We're going to look at Cat as she lays down. We're going to look at the stomach, and we're going to look at the back. So what happens is we have a normal curve, a lordotic curve, if you will, in our back. And this curve is meant in order to help support our muscles. When we lay flat, it takes the curve out, and it puts a lot of stress and tension on the lower part of the back. So usually sleeping on your stomach is not the most optimal position. In fact, it's probably one of the worst ones. So I'll start off with that first. And usually when we're sleeping, we have our arms up and our head is to the side. All right, so that kind of puts a kink and it really stresses some of the muscles in the spine. And it's going to not only affect the lower back, but it can also affect the shoulders and also the neck area too. So that's one of the worst positions we want to go into. I want to show you probably the second best position to sleep in, and this one will be on your back. So I'm gonna have you lay on your back for me. Okay. So one of the good things about the back that can be somewhat of a challenge here is the fact that when we sleep here too, especially if we have some extra padding in the back, it's going to increase our lower back curve, if you will. So if you can look at me from behind, if I'm exaggerating, it's going to make my curve a little bit more exaggerated. So that's going to stress out the joints in the back. However, if you find this position okay for you, I'm going to give you some shortcuts in order to make your life a little bit more comfortable. So one of the things I recommend, if you're a still sleeper, that is if you don't move, I'm gonna have you put a pillow right behind your legs right back here. And what that immediately does, Kat, you can let me know, is it kind of adds a little bit more support to that back, okay? So it puts a little bit less stress on those lower part of those back muscles and the spine itself. So this is position 1. Again, if you're still a sleeper, if you're like me, you shift around, this may be somewhat questionable. And the other position could be to put another pillow right behind the lower part of your back here. So again, we're having that curve there that's somewhat present, and also we're having this behind the leg. So usually it will be 3 positions: behind the knees, behind the lower part of the back, and behind the neck. Now my preference is that, if you're not comfortable with that, having a pillow underneath your back, just to have it beneath your knees and one behind your neck is one of the best positions to have. So let's go over my first and favorite position to sleep in, which is to sleep in a fetal position, like you're born, like you're inside your mother's womb. And one of the things that's good about this position, of course, is to make sure that we have good pillow support, so good cervical pillow is also good, and most importantly that we have our spine lined up. Kat, in fact, I'm gonna have you turn the opposite way with your back going the opposite way. So we want to have that done, and we want to have a good pillow support, and the reason is that when we have the head actually supported, and we have the spine, everything lined up like we're in the fetal position, what's happening here, if we look at Kat from behind, is we can look at her spine and draw a line. It's a straight line. Some folks who sleep with 3, 4, 5 pillows, and you know what I'm talking about, on their neck, if you can imagine that, their neck somewhat gets jacked up. So it puts a little bit of pressure on the neck. It affects the upper part of the cervical spine, the neck muscles, and a lot of times they'll wake up with a stiff neck, or we call it torticollis, and they present to the office with a lot of pain. So we want to make sure we have a good pillow support, but most importantly, we sleep in that side position and we have a good lined up spine. So her head would be pretty much centered, lined up, and we were looking at her spine, we can draw a line up. If you can ever imagine seeing someone, if you could imagine your hand being behind your own back if you're sleeping, if it tilts up or if it tilts down, that's the wrong position. So once again, chiropractic is extremely good with helping for spinal alignment and issues when you're sleeping or having pain and discomfort. If you live in the area, come see us, Sims Chiropractic Center, Hyattsville, Maryland. We have your back.